How do you clean an air conditioner? In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to clean an air conditioner, and I'm going to talk about the difference between cleaning a package unit and a split unit. Last time we were here, we repaired this air conditioner. If you want to learn more about repair, click the link or go down in the description and click the link to that video. You're watching HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad. Let's get started. We're going to use our drill, our 5/16, to take apart this package air conditioning system. We're going to be cleaning the indoor coil and the outdoor coil. They need to be cleaned every year because they can get really dirty. Before you clean any air conditioner or perform any maintenance, make sure that you disconnect the power. First, I'm going to show you where the indoor coil is. Let's take the panel off where we can look at the indoor coil. Oh yeah, that is dirty. There's a couple causes for this coil being dirty. One is holes in the ductwork. Maybe it's in the crawl space, sucking in dirt. That dirt goes into the coil. Or maybe they're not changing their filter regularly. Maybe there's no filter in the actual return grill because the return grill has the filter, that air goes in the filter, then it goes through the return trunk, and then it goes into this coil. So those two things can cause this coil to get really dirty. Make sure you change the filter, make sure you seal the ductwork. There are 4 panels for this American Standard unit that can be taken off. I'm going to show you how to take one off. Push up, fold it back, it comes out. Now you can see the condenser coil. Now there's 2 things we can do to clean this unit. One is we could just remove the screws from this fan mount and then just fold the fan back and then spray from the inside out. But I don't like to do that. I like to actually be able to get my hands in there and be able to make sure I clean every crevice. So I'm just going to take the screws out of the top and then just remove the whole top. We cannot remove the top unless we disconnect the fan wiring, because if we have the fan wires connected and we try to take the top off, it's just not going to work. So I'm going to take off the panel for the compressor section. And once I remove it, then I can take and unplug my 3 fan wires. Black, purple, and brown. Now I can remove the top. Beautiful. As you can see, this unit's very dirty. You can see there's a bunch of leaves inside, and this is why you need annual maintenance. If you've got a vacuum cleaner, definitely use it. If you've got gloves, just take and scoop all this up and throw it out. We got to do this before we can start using our coil cleaner. We got a few tools here. We got a couple choices. We've got a pump sprayer. We can pre-mix our chemical in here, and then we can spray the chemical and then use our water hose. Or we can use a coil gun. Much more convenient, pre-mixing, and you can actually just disconnect and use the water hose and spray it off. Got a couple coil cleaner choices. So this right here is high-tech Alka, and this is for condensers, condenser coils. And this right here is Tri-Power. I like this because you can use this for micro-channel coils, or this spine fin coil here, or any aluminum copper coil. Then we've got this Viper coil cleaner. This is what I would use to wash off my evaporators. I don't typically use this for condensers. I use it for indoor coils where you have a split system. As far as this, let me show you where you would use this. This right here is a micro-channel coil. This is a split unit. This is the outdoor section, the outdoor unit, and this is where I would typically use this type of coil cleaner. That way I don't damage the micro-channel coil, which is not copper and aluminum, it's just aluminum. We got our coil gun filled with coil cleaner. Now we're going to start to clean the coils. I want to tell you that if you only clean the coils, but you don't clean the grills or the top, and it still looks like it's dirty, the customer's going to think you didn't clean it. So make sure that you spray off the top and you get a rag and you wipe it, and then you spray off these grills. Let's start with the coil. I'm gonna go from the outside and the inside. I'm gonna spray both ways just to make sure that I get a good, clean coil. We got our coil cleaner on the condenser coil, our guards or our grills, and the top. We're gonna let it set 3 to 5 minutes, come back and wash it off. While we're waiting, check this out. Old rag coil cleaner. Look at that. Look at that. That's why the homeowner wants us to come back. That's why our customer likes us. They trust us because we do the right thing and we clean the unit the right way. Now we're ready to wash off that coil cleaner. We're gonna clean it from the outside in, the inside out, and make sure we do a good job. You can see the dirt though. Take a look. See that brown water? How do we know when it's clean? When there's no more brown water. Take that rag, get in here, wipe it off. Look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is what separates you from the competition, especially if a homeowner's out here watching you. I love it when that happens because I like talking to people and I like to have company, especially when I'm working. You know, sometimes I don't always like company, but when they're out there watching, it gives them no excuse to say I didn't do a good job, right? All right, check out how dirty these fan blades are. Look at that. Looking brand new. After spraying it off, and you may be able to get most of the crud and dirt off with the water hose and the pressure. Usually you can't get it all off though. That's when your good old handy dandy rag comes in handy. Or should I say comes into play? Yeah, that's better. Makes me sound better, doesn't it? Oh yeah. All right, that looks good. That looks good. Be careful when you're washing a coil like this one. This is a spine fin coil. It can easily be damaged. You can end up bending the fins on this coil and other aluminum coils. Make sure you never use a pressure washer. And make sure that you go slow and you don't go at an angle, just go straight through. That way you have less of a chance of damaging the coil when you're cleaning it. The reason that it's important to keep this condenser coil clean is because this condenser coil rejects heat. And if it's dirty, it's not gonna reject heat. If it's dirty, that's gonna affect the motors. The motors are gonna pull more amps. That's gonna affect your electric bill. So if you keep this coil clean, not only will your electric bill be lower, but you will avoid costly repairs. Now, let's put this thing back together. Now we got the top and the sides back on. We're gonna just take and clean around this ring here just to make sure that it looks pretty. And then we'll clean off those fan blades. See the difference? This and this, man, look at that. And then just clean off these fan blades right here. And then we'll finish putting it together. Now, to make sure that we have the best indoor air quality, we gotta make sure we clean the indoor coil. And this is where I may use some of the Viper coil cleaner, especially if it is a split unit. And I'll show you a split unit and an indoor coil. This right here, you just spray it on like this. And some of these coil cleaners, like the ones in the cans, are self-rinsing. So this right here is no rinsing, non-rinsing, no odor. I don't want to use this because I believe this is much stronger. So I'm going to use this coil cleaner. We're going to make sure we douse this coil. And this is a copper with aluminum fin. Be careful, this is sharp. Don't go putting your hands on the aluminum. Also, something that's very, very important when it comes to indoor coils, especially when you have a split unit, maybe it's in your attic, in your basement, it's a gas furnace or an air handler, you want to make sure you clean out your trap. This right here is a trap. And where you have the little drop here, this is where sediment can accumulate. And if this gets backed up, then your water is going to stay inside your pan. If your water stays in your pan and you're not removing that moisture from your house, then it's going back into your house. This can cause humidity issues. So you want to make sure that you clean the trap. Now, I'm going to explain what can happen if you don't maintenance and you have a split unit that you're cleaning. We're upstairs in the attic area. This is a split unit. It has a gas furnace and an indoor coil. This coil is just like the coil in that packaged air conditioning system. The most important step for annual maintenance is making sure you clean out this trap. So clean out this drain. If you do not clean out the drain and the unit's located in the attic, and then you leave and that drain gets stopped up, you're going to be responsible and it's going to cause some damage. You want to make sure that if you don't clean the drain, that you have a pan that will catch the water with a float switch or a safety device that will cut the unit off before it spills out of the pan through the ceiling and ruins that customer's home. You don't want that, so make sure you just clean the drain. And you could also have a faulty safety switch like this float switch. I've seen them fail. And if they fail and there's a water issue and you were there to do maintenance, but you did not check everything and clean the drain, then you could have to pay for those repairs. Look at all that disgusting junk coming off there. Having a vacuum cleaner is very helpful during this stage. That is some dirty water. Now this coil is nice and clean, and before we had a big puddle of looked like mud water, now the water is clear. If you've got a vacuum, definitely bring a vacuum with you. It's great for using in outdoor units where you can reach in there, suck everything out. It's also great for using in sections like this where you can suck all that water out instead of having water stay inside the unit. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to treat the pan. These pan tablets will help to keep not only your drain clean, but it'll also keep your pan clean. So use this just to help with extra maintenance. When you perform maintenance, cleaning is part of what you need to do. You also need to check everything. You need to check the bearings on the motors. You need to check the charge and make sure the charge is correct. You need to make sure that you're checking the capacitors, the contactors, and other electrical components to make sure they're not faulty. That way you do not get a callback. The worst thing that you can get in the HVAC industry as a technician is a callback. So reduce your chances by making sure that you clean thoroughly and you check everything. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and smash that bell, ding, so you know what I'm doing. If you want more videos like this, go check out my playlist, HVAC Tips for Technicians. I've got hundreds of videos of live experience as a technician in the field to help you be a better technician. Remember, questions can lead to new content. So if you've got a question, definitely put your questions down in the comment section. But if you don't have a question, that's okay. Let me know who you are and let me know where you're from. You've been watching Taddy Digest. This is HVAC Tips for Technicians. I'm Tad, and I'll keep you cool if you let me.